everyone. Welcome to this episode of Entrepreneur Showcase Series brought to you by Patranya Media LLC and Parkway Media Partners. I'm your host, Patranya Poonswan. Welcome to the show. And today our guest is actually a friend of mine too, Hilary Billings. She's the co-founder and CEO of the award-winning boutique agency Attentioneers. Hilary, so great to have you.
I'm so excited to be here. This is so cool.
It's so good to see you. And, we've known each other for quite a few years now, since I was working in TV here in Las Vegas.
Yes.
And I actually interviewed you. I think that's how we met, right?
Yes, many moons ago for the Best Jobs in the World contest for Tourism Australia.
That's right. Oh my gosh, you go way back and you have such a varied history here in media in Las Vegas and now all over the country. And I'm so excited to have you here, focusing on this show as an entrepreneur, which you are now. And you've opened this agency about a year ago now, right? So tell us about that, Attentioneers. The name really stands out.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, we are engineers of attention, and we're here to help personal brands, entrepreneurs, companies, and their agency partners to grow their revenue, their reputation, and their reach through short-form viral video content. And that's what we do. Many years ago when I met you, I was also in media, working for USA Today, producing for E! News. I was Miss Nevada. I thought I really understood what it meant to make great content and how to capture attention. And when I ended up making viral videos and kind of stumbling into this world, I realized I had no idea what I was doing. And after many months of struggling to try to get a video off the ground, we really took some time to do deep dive research into what made great videos. And it's been 1 billion views later, we realized that we have a formula that can be replicated again and again and again to help businesses get their messages out there.
And it's been a different world. I think from when we first met to now, this idea of TikTok and short form content, viral videos, those are kind of like the biggest thing just over the last 5 years or so. And you've really kind of gotten to that market, right? And getting people to see that these short form content just so crucial, and especially stepping into things like TikTok. So how are you reaching out to these businesses, and how are they reaching out to you? Are they just seeing these videos out there as like, hey, we want to get in this business?
I think we see two types of clients that come to us. One are very excited. They see the opportunity. They've seen how other businesses and companies have been able to massively expand to reach new audiences through short form content, whether that's on TikTok or Instagram Reels or YouTube Shorts. It's the same formula. It's the same type of creative that we're looking to put forward. And maybe they just don't have any experience with how to do that. And then on the other side, we have clients who are very hesitant and resistant to wanting to get on TikTok because they think it has to look a certain way. So we often get told, I don't want to dance. Don't make me dance.
Right.
And I think that's a big misnomer about the popularity of maybe some of the videos that we see on TikTok, is that we don't want any brand to do anything that they don't want to do. We want to help them live authentically in their voice and be able to be on the platform and connect with the audience in the way the audience wants to connect with them. And that's our purpose, is to help bring the values and the voice of the company together with the viral video potential on the platform that their customers want to communicate to them with.
And that's the thing. I think some people are hesitant because if they're not familiar with TikTok, never been on it, they say, man, these kids make it look so darn easy, right?
And gosh, they do.
So what do you tell them? I mean, obviously, it takes skills to make this happen. That's why you're here to help them, right?
Yeah, I mean, even for us, right? Coming from backgrounds, my co-founder was a Billboard charting music artist. I was a Miss Nevada and a journalist. We thought that we understood what it meant to make great content. And through this process, we realized that it was a whole new formula and a new way of looking at your video content and really focusing on creative first. And I think that's where we see a lot of businesses go wrong, is that they're thinking about this, or even creators, in terms of post-production. And you can spend as much time as you want focusing on hashtag strategy and what the right time to post is and how many posts per day. But the truth is, you will not get anywhere if the content is not compelling. And that's what we do. We help all of our businesses to focus on creating compelling content.
And tell me about this, because you work with all types of businesses, but can your business and what you do and this short form content, can it work with anyone? Can anyone kind of step in, even if they don't see themselves on social media right now? Is that something that you kind of help them see that it can work for them as well?
Oh, absolutely. And I think that's the beautiful thing about where we are within this social media age. It used to be that if you were a lawyer or a doctor, you were relying upon Yelp reviews or Yellow Pages even in order to get business. If you were wanting to be an artist and to get with a record label or to put music out there, you had to get signed. If you were a host or a journalist such as ourselves, you had to be with an outlet that approved you. And the great thing about social media, and especially short form content, is that the algorithm is democratizing distribution. And so it's removing all of those gatekeepers and allowing businesses and allowing entrepreneurs to have one-on-one conversations with their audience and giving them a platform from which to grow massively and very quickly, and being able to scale in a way that you previously couldn't.
Yeah, and so how do you see the short form content breaking down barriers for entry when it comes to different businesses?
Absolutely. Well, again, we're taking away the gatekeepers that are responsible for democratizing that distribution.
Got it.
So by you being able to post your own content whenever you want, have it go viral, reach millions of followers, potentially almost instantaneously, building those relationships that you want to have almost overnight, and being able to take that and build upon that, the credibility of getting the media, because now media is getting their headlines from TikTok and from short form video. You're able to create relationship and convert sales and revenue and get reach in ways that we previously haven't seen before. So if people are choosing to not use short form content, they are actively deciding to not be a part of the conversation. It's happening with or without you as an entrepreneur.
Yeah. And, I want to show some of the pictures that we have some, your history here in Vegas as a brand is pretty varied, which I love. I mean, you do everything from, hosting and, hosting, you're on the red carpet. You, like you said, you were Miss Nevada. You work with different outlets, right? Entertainment shows. And it's just been so great to see you grow as your own personal brand. But also now, I think you bring those experiences that you've been, out working with celebrities, working with lots of entertainment shows, because this kind of builds your credibility as someone who's out there as a public speaker, because that helps you build your brand. But do these, businesses, potential clients come in and say, hey, how do we know that you're the right person to work with us? Do these experiences that you've had with celebrities right here in town, have that helped you in terms of building that credibility with your potential clients?
I think all of our experiences compound and allow our skills to really showcase through. On top of that, I think outside of anything else, we've done 1 billion organic views ourselves in the past couple years.
Right.
We've helped clients 240x their results. We've had clients win Shorty Impact Awards because of the ideations and the videos that we've helped them to create. So our reputation really stands for itself, in that we understand and have replicated again and again how to make great viral videos and strong, compelling content, and that we can help translate that for businesses as well.
Is there a particular example of a video you've done for a client that really stands out that you can share with us?
Of course. So over the summer, we had the opportunity to partner with an agency out of Atlanta, and they had a client called Vela Bioscience. And this is kind of a funny thing to talk about, but it's a product. It's a female orgasm enhancing serum.
Oh, interesting.
And they were really running into a lot of problems with the different community guidelines and what they were allowed to talk about online. And wanting to find a way to really be able to empower women as a brand to speak up for themselves and advocate. So the concepts that we came up with was all around, where else in women's lives are they faking it, right? Is it being nice to the neighbor that's mean to them, putting on the makeup to try to look better, not getting upset when the guy doesn't text back and trying to play it cool, but really they're upset about it. And so we put together a bunch of creative and did this whole campaign called the Stop Faking It campaign around National Orgasm Day. And it was so well received by the community, over 2.2 million impressions across platforms. That was the campaign that won the Shorty Impact Award just recently. And we felt so grateful to be able to be a part of that, and that both the client and the agency that we worked with were so receptive to wanting to make the best creative and find a way to relate with the audience that they maybe couldn't have figured out on their own. And it was just such fantastic teamwork.
Yeah, it's just amazing. And I love that because it comes to the core, because you're a journalist, right? It speaks to what we do as they're telling stories, but you're telling story in a way that right now, that's the way that's getting people's attention, is through these short videos.
Yeah, and that's such a great point because there are 20 million videos a day are being uploaded to social media.
Wow.
So you have
A day.
A day. You have to earn attention. And so being able to take the craft of storytelling and finding a way to meld that with what gets attention and understanding the psychology of attention is really the intersection that we love to live at.
Yeah.
And we love being able to help our clients do just that.
And just great to know that you guys are expert at this, right? Because we're all good at different things.
Of course.
But when it comes down to, creating these videos, I mean, there's some thought that has to be going into it to make it effective.
It's so true.
Yeah.
We say often that the best post-production strategy is a great pre-production strategy. And that is the biggest mistake that we see creators make. They're spending so much time trying to hack the algorithm and thinking about posting times and what they should be doing on the back end and which hashtags they should use. And what they're not doing is using the time on the front end in that pre-production to make sure that their videos are the most viable concepts that they can be, that are orchestrated in order to grab attention.
And that's what we're talking about when it comes to posting and hashtag strategy. That's part of the pre-production that we're talking about.
So
right?
that's in the post-production
Oh, that
part.
is post-production.
Yeah. So
Okay.
we think about those pieces after the creative is shot. What we're talking about with the ideation is what is the initial concept? What's the vehicle that we're using in order to make this video happen, whether that's through green screen or a before and after? Are we doing a DIY video? Is it a transformation, an educational video? What's the medium for which we want to communicate this message?
Got it.
And then we want to be thinking about how are we grabbing attention? What's happening in the first second? What's happening in second 3? What's happening at second 5? We are beating every single piece of this video out so we know what's happening and how we're going to frame it to communicate clearly what we want the audience to understand. So for us, and when we're working with clients, a majority of the work happens on the front end, which is very different from how a lot of creators attack making their videos.
Right. So that you said posting hashtag, that comes after, but that's as equally important, right? In keeping the attention on your client.
It can be.
Yeah.
We've also found if the creative is strong enough and the video is a good video, it can succeed even without those pieces. So we want to think about those as supporting.
Right.
But if the creative's not there, you cannot out-strategize bad creative.
Yeah.
So we want to make sure that the substance is there first.
Yeah. A lot of information, great information, and I know you guys are good at this, but to get people to learn more about you, you're offering, is it free calls? Can people call and just kind of get more information without committing to working with you? They can get more information right away.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We love to hear from businesses, agencies, and personal brands as to what their visions are and how we can help them and potentially help move them forward in this space. They can reach out to us at attentioneers.com
Okay.
and they can schedule a free strategy call with us to walk through their brand, and we'd love to see if there's a way we can help them.
And if they want to see your work right now, some of the stuff that's out there, I mean, they can check those things out.
Yep, attentioneers.com is the place to go. They can also sign up to receive our free viral video story map, where what we talked about, beating through how we go about thinking about videos to help get them started. If they sign up for our newsletter, we provide that free to them, as well as a training on that. And we're here to help.
And I think that's great because you're offering that assistance for a lot of people, I think, that felt like they're just not cool enough, right? They're not fitting in this space, but you're here to say there's room for all of us. It just takes that right team to help put this together.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think that we hear this from clients a lot, especially clients that may not fit into the proper demographic of what they think is on TikTok. And those accounts, those personal brands, tend to be the ones that become so beloved by the younger generations that are on the platforms. And again, it's all about reaching your audience where they're at, and we would love to help them do that.
You know, it's so great. And it's so great, Hilary, to see you personally as a friend to grow so fast
so kind.
in this space. And it's just so great to see how much you've done. And I know there's a lot more that you want to do for next year. Anything you want to put out there for people to look out for in 2023?
We have a lot of TikTok Mastery boot camps that we're going to be running. We're very excited about
That's
those.
awesome.
Yes, and be looking out for us. Again, attentioneers.com is where you can find all the information.
Great. Well, Hilary Billings, co-founder and CEO of Attentioneers, thank you so much for being here and sharing your story on
Thank you for
Entrepreneur
having
Showcase
me.
Series. Thank you so much. And thank you for watching and listening this episode. We'll be back next time.